I'm going to get a tea leaf reading soon. How exciting is that?
So you have Belfast Brew, which is basically just breakfast tea. You have the Earl Grey Blue Flower. You have the lavender, which is grown here. We dry it out and cut it up ourselves. And then you have the lemongrass and ginger, which is this one here.
Clare. Okay, Clare. I'm Sandra Greywolf, and I do these tea leaf readings. I do earth oracle readings, which are an hour long, and I do angel readings, which are about 45 minutes. So then I do classes and workshops and retreats and other stuff here. But you pour some in your cup and you take some sips of it. That gets your energy in the tea. And then I take some of your tea leaves and I put them in here. So I do the readings in my cup. I always ask people if there's a particular area of their life that they want to focus on more, to get clarity on, in other words. So sometimes it's relationships, sometimes it's career. It's, it varies.
I would say family.
Okay, having a family, not necessarily
Yes.
family issues.
Yes, not the existing one, yeah.
So what I do is I just kind of stir the things around, and then I put this on the top, and it has to sit for just a second so that the tea leaves settle. So let's see. A lot of times I see things as animals. I might see, animals of different types because I worked in Native American tradition for 22 years. So that's part of my background as well. I see hummingbird, which comes in here. And hummingbird is joy and bliss. But what I'm getting as far as, you were saying starting a family, I get more that comes up around this area over here, which is happiness and excitement about something. So it may be, if you're looking to get pregnant, it may be more like around 8 or 9 months down the road, unless you're already pregnant. No, I think it's more like that's when you would get pregnant, and so a lot of insights come to you this year, but it's like the first part of the year is kind of just standard operating procedures, I guess you might say, the standard operations of where things go. You have, it's interesting, and I don't always get this, but there's like a fairy energy that comes in as well. Do you like the fairies? Yeah. Yeah, they come in here right at the bottom. And so whatever you do, being out in nature, of course, is the best way to be. When you want to calm yourself or meditation or ground yourself, actually we're always centered when we're in nature, after about 10 minutes of being there. So that's why a lot of people will go to the beach or to the mountains or whatever. So it's saying when you, have anything come up, go and talk to the fairies as well, and be out in nature where the elementals are. The other thing I think I see here is a big bird, but it's like I was trying to decide what it was, and woodpecker is what it is, and it's like it's trying to get your attention on something that you need to look at, and it's not anything like serious you're talking about, but I'm talking about just something that keeps coming up for you and coming to your attention, but then you kind of like put it aside. It's saying it's really gonna be knocking at your door in the next 4 or 5 months, I would say, for you to really look at it. But it's a good thing, because when you do that, it's like good comes out of it, because it's around the symbols of good coming out of it. So it's like really pay attention when you're being kind of, divinely guided, because your intuition is very strong. So it's like, pay attention to it. A knock on the door will be opened, right? So it's like knocking, but it's knocking for you. When you come around to down the road a bit, it's also saying, do you meditate? Because meditation would be really beneficial for you if you don't now. Meditation would be really helpful in a lot of different ways, not only for reducing stress and all that kind of a thing, but it's also for going within, because the bear comes up here, and bear is two things. It's about protection, and it's also about you going within and getting information. Actually, we get clarity on a lot of stuff. I always tell people if they don't meditate, to develop a habit is just to do get a guided meditation that's about 15 minutes long and listen to it, preferably at the same time every day if you can. A lot of times when you get up in the morning or before you go to bed at night is the time. The elephant also comes up here, and it comes up under the good luck or the good fortune kind of thing, where I was saying, good news, good fortune. It comes up right underneath that. An elephant is a very, of course, special animal in India. It's revered. It's a very old, because it's a very old and ancient and wise animal, actually. But it's also about very protective of its young. And so that's a nice indication for what it is that you were asking about over here. And it's also about standing the ground, standing in your own power. So it's like saying, in a lot of ways, whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you are saying, you need to really be firm about it and not like, be wishy-washy in any way. And I'm sure you probably are. You do some kind of blogs or something like that, yeah. And then you're moving forward, and I see you actually walking. It's like actually like just really, but it's not walking like doing it for exercise. It's like walking like forward, like the whole body is showing up here, which is I don't think I've ever seen that exactly like that strong of somebody walking forward. So it's like almost like charging forward. This is what we need to do, this is what I need to do, this is what I need, where I need to be going, and I need to be really clear about it. And so it's like your head's up, your back straight, your arms are behind you, you're like really moving forward in a good way. So that's a good thing. This one is falls on the third eye, interestingly enough, which is your intuition and inner guidance system, so, and it's just above, and you're kind of looking up at it in a way, when you're charging forward. So it's saying you're really being divinely guided always in your intuition and your inner knowingness. So you are very intuitive. You could even do readings like this. I mean, that's how intuitive you are, if you chose to do it. And I kind of get chills on this. You're going to be someone who really makes a positive difference in the world. We're going through this change into the new age, whatever you want to call it the golden age, the age of the divine feminine. It's called by many names, but you're going to be on the forefront of really helping that come into fruition. So that's why it's like, yeah, you get chills, double chills. So it's like saying that's always confirmation for me, if you're wondering what I'm talking about.
So that kind of blew me away. I got a tea leaf reading and it was very interesting. Give me some more of this water. I see you in the next year like marching forward and following your intuition, and I've never seen a full body march before in the tea leaves, and she actually showed it to me. I actually looked like a little stick figure, like full marching forward. But that sounds like me though, doesn't it? Like, yeah, a full body march forward sounds like me, to be honest. And she was like, there's a woodpecker here trying to get your attention and you should really listen to it. And I was like, is she talking about me having ADHD? Lately, I've been thinking I definitely have ADHD. Like, I know I did the test, but ever since that I've been like, no, I'm pretty sure I have it. And I've been watching loads of ADHD content, and I like exhibit all the ADHD traits the way women do. So I wonder, is that what she's talking about, or is it something else totally different? I don't know. That was such a good reading. I just did another reading there, card reading, and I had gotten the completion card, and I was very scared of it because it was like somebody mourning beside a grave. But she said that the completion card actually means you're like completed one phase of your life and you're ready to give birth to a new phase of life. And she was like, whether that's literal or metaphorical, she's like, you're ready to give birth. I was like, and she was like, does that make sense? And I was like, yes, it definitely makes sense. And she's like, yeah, whether it's a child or a new phase of your life. And I was like, it's definitely a child. In my head, outside I said, yeah,